Hai Sahabat Pemasyarakatan!
Reaching out to viewers worldwide, we're back with a special year-end episode of Apa Kabar Pemasyarakatan English News Channel.
With me Arlene
And I'm Eki.
We're here to bring you the highlights and key events on Indonesian Corrections throughout 2024. Stay tuned for the full updates on
Apa Kabar Pemasyarakatan English News Channel.
Indonesian Corrections continues to expand its presence and impact through participation in various international forums and events.
This active involvement is reflected in numerous visits throughout 2024.
Throughout the year 2024, the Directorate General of Corrections actively represented Indonesia in numerous global forums. It began with Indonesia's participation in the 6th World Congress on Probation and Parole held in The Hague, the Netherlands from April 16th to 18th. This event, attended by experts and practitioners worldwide, highlighted the critical role of probation and parole in rehabilitation. During the Congress, Indonesia successfully secured the role of host for the next Congress in 2026. DGC also showcased Indonesia's strategic roles in defense and security by joining the Defense Service Asia and National Security Asia exhibitions in May 2024. These exhibitions highlight innovations and transformations in non-traditional security through technological advancements. Also held in Malaysia was the Asian Drug Treatment Symposium, Issue and Challenges What's Next that took place in September. In this forum, DGC laid out its in-house rehabilitation program as an effort to combat drug abuse in Indonesia. In Tokyo, Japan, DGC delegates joined the 3rd Criminal Justice Forum for Asia and Pacific on June 22nd to 26th. This forum discussed treatment of offenders and crime prevention. From December 10th to 20th in Japan, DGC participated in the first ASEAN-Japan Criminal Justice Seminar and a session on offender treatment and rehabilitation organized by the United Nations Asia and Far East Institute for the Prevention of Crime and the Treatment of Offenders, or UNAFE. During the event, the delegation presented a topic on the transformation of prison management, building a sustainable correctional system amid the overcrowding crisis in Indonesia. In Thailand, from August 13th to 23rd, DGC joined the 5th ASEAN Bangkok Rules Training, exploring minimum standards for the treatment of female inmates. DGC also conducted a study visit to London, UK from September 16th to 20th, focusing on the criminal case data exchange system. The visit aimed to learn best practices to enhance legal certainty, transparency, and public satisfaction in Indonesia's justice process. In Australia, DGC representatives participated in the 2024 Australian Correctional Leadership Program, receiving leadership training to strengthen the capabilities of correctional leaders in Indonesia. In Hong Kong, from November 17th to 21st, Indonesia took part in the 42nd Asian and Pacific Conference of Correctional Administrators under the theme Collaboration for Sustainable and High-Quality Development. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, on November 19th to 20th, DGC attended a workshop on collaborative approaches to the rehabilitation of incarcerated individuals associated with violent extremism. Discussions centered on drivers of radicalization and extremism alongside strategies to involve families and communities in the rehabilitation processes.
Indonesia's correctional management gains global recognition.
This is demonstrated by the increasing number of countries visiting for study exchanges and collaboration in corrections.
The success of Indonesia's correctional management system has captured the interest of international partners. Throughout the year, delegations from various countries visited to study Indonesia's practices or explore cooperation opportunities in corrections. On June 24th, officials from Brunei Darussalam's prison department conducted a study visit to exchange information and share best practices in correctional management. Shortly after, on June 28, a delegation from the Standing Committee on Political Development, Mass Communications and Public Participation of Thailand's House of Representatives visited Jakarta Narcotics Prison. The focus of their visit was to learn about Indonesia's approach to addressing recidivism, an issue Thailand continues to struggle with, as well as to study Indonesia's treatment on offenders. On October 2nd, representatives from Reclassering Netherlands visited DGC to discuss the continuation of their partnership, which has been ongoing since 2020, with an emphasis on exchanging knowledge regarding alternative sanctions. From October 7 to 18th, trainers from Malaysia's prison department participated in a 2-week training program hosted by DGC. The training included visits to correctional facilities such as Pengayuman General Hospital in Cipinang and Salemba Prison, providing the Malaysian delegation with valuable insights into Indonesia's correctional and leadership systems. On December 16th, a delegation from Fiji Corrections visited Indonesia to learn about correctional management rehabilitation programs and reintegration efforts for inmates. The visit also aimed to explore potential avenues for bilateral cooperation. Most recently, Lieutenant General Nagumoken Ichiro, Deputy Chief of Staff of Japan's Self-Defense Forces, visited Cipinang Prison. The visit served to honor the memory of his family members who were once held at the facility and to further strengthen relations between Indonesia and Japan.
The Merah Putih Cabinet brings a fresh approach to Indonesia's correction.
The Directorate General of Corrections, previously under the Ministry of Law and Human Rights, is now part of the Ministry of Immigration and Corrections.
The inauguration of Indonesia's President and Vice President on October 20, 2024 has brought significant changes to the nation's correctional system. Under the 2024-2029 Merah Putih Cabinet, the Directorate General of Corrections, previously under the Ministry of Law and Human Rights, now operates within the newly established Ministry of Immigration and Corrections. Leading the ministry is Agus Andrianto, a Minister of Immigration and Corrections, supported by Silmi Karim as Deputy Minister. Meanwhile, Ambek Paramarta has been appointed as the Acting Director General of Corrections. In its updated structure, the DGC comprises a secretariat and 8 directorates, which are Directorate of Correctional System and Strategy, Directorate of Pretrial Prisoner and Juvenile Services, Directorate of Prisoner Development and Child Assistance, Directorate of Correctional Social Guidance, Directorate of Healthcare and Rehabilitation, Directorate of Security and Intelligence, Directorate of Internal Compliance, and Directorate of Information Technology and Correctional Cooperation. With this refreshed leadership and organizational framework, the corrections sector is expected to deliver enhanced performance. It aims to play a key role in supporting the President's vision for Indonesia Emas 2045, a prosperous and golden era for the nation.
Starting his role as the Minister of Immigration and Correction, Agus Andrianto attends a hearing with the 13th Commission of the Indonesian Parliament.
During the occasion, the minister unveils 13 acceleration programs for the Ministry of Immigration and Corrections.
Minister of Immigration and Corrections Agus Andrianto, along with his team, attended a hearing with the 13th Commission of the House of Representatives on Tuesday, November 5, 2024. During the session, the minister introduced 13 priority programs for the Ministry of Immigration and Corrections and shared strategies for accelerating its transition into a fully operational ministry. Among the 13 priority programs, 6 focus on corrections, including combating drug trafficking and fraud schemes within prisons and detention centers, empowering inmates to contribute to national food security, strengthening the role of inmates in producing small and medium enterprise products, providing social assistance to the families of underprivileged inmates and nearby communities, addressing overcapacity and overcrowding in correctional facilities through comprehensive solutions, constructing modern super maximum security prisons and internationally accredited educational institutions. The hearing also included feedback from parliament members, notably former Minister of Law and Human Rights Yasona Halauli from the PDI Perjuangan faction. Yasona emphasized the need to continue relocating major drug offenders to Nusa Kambangan, particularly to its super maximum security facilities to restrict their operational networks. Closing the session, the chair of the 13th Commission urged the Ministry and the Parliament to work together in transforming the Ministry of Immigration and Corrections, ensuring better services and progress over time.
"139 high-risk inmates transferred back to Nusa Kambangan Prison Island."
The transfer aims to disrupt criminal networks and address overcrowding in prisons and detention centers.
The Directorate General of Corrections recently relocated 139 high-risk inmates to the prison island of Nusa Kambangan. The transfer involved 61 inmates from Jakarta, 57 from West Java, and 21 from Lampung, all of whom were convicted of drug-related offenses and deemed security risks. The inmates were transported in 7 buses under tight security, with escort teams comprising police officers, military personnel, and officials from the National Narcotics Agency. This measure aligns with the Astacita presidential vision and supports the Minister of Immigration and Corrections' accelerated program for eradicating corruption and drug-related crimes. The transfer also addresses the issue of overcrowding in prisons and detention centers across Indonesia. Director of Security and Intelligence Tatan Dirman Atmaja expressed hopes that this move would create a safer and more conducive environment for correctional facilities, improve the effectiveness of inmate rehabilitation, and contribute to the long-term enhancement of Indonesia's correctional system.
As 2024 draws to a close, Directorate General of Corrections holds year-end reflection.
The reflection evaluates 2024 program achievements and set the stage for improvements in the coming year.
The Directorate General of Corrections has reviewed its program achievements for 2024 during a year-end reflection session. This evaluation serves as a foundation for implementing the acceleration programs initiated by the Ministry of Immigration and Corrections, ensuring optimal execution down to the regional work units. Acting Director General of Corrections Ambek Paramarta emphasized the key priorities for correctional programs, including eradicating drug trafficking and fraudulent activities within prisons and detention centers, enhancing agricultural independence programs to support food security, strengthening the role of inmates in producing MSME projects, providing social assistance to underprivileged inmates' families and surrounding communities, and optimizing the role of cooperatives to support correctional functions. During the event, the Acting Director General also presented awards to representatives of 55 correctional units recognized as corruption-free zones and 3 units designated as clean and serving bureaucracy zones. These units include Wonosari Prison, Surakarta Probation Office, and Magelang Probation Office. The awards were given in appreciation of their commitment to building governance that is clean, transparent, and professional, setting a benchmark for excellence in correctional management.
Sahabat Pemasyarakatan, that's a wrap on key corrections highlights for 2024.
Stay updated on correction news through our social media below.
Don't miss out, keep watching Apa Kabar Pemasyarakatan English News Channel.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2025. See you on 2025!